Get his take on this. It turns out that Issa, who's a congressman out in San Diego, California, feels as though he thinks that the administration might have broken the law by offering Congressman Joe Sestak a job in the administration is somewhere if he would not run for Senate in Pennsylvania against our inspector.
There are two federal statutes here that Congressman Issa has written to the White House legal counsel about. One says, whoever offers an officer of the government, quote, anything of value, closed quote, to affect their official decision-making shall be guilty of bribery. The other statute is, whoever offers someone anything of value in order to affect the outcome of an election, a primary election or a general election, shall be guilty of value. So the question is, what was he offered and for what purpose? Now, Congressman Sestak, who Brian and I know, we've spent a lot of time with him, interviewed him many times. He's a very honorable person. He's a retired three-star admiral. Did the right thing. He revealed the fact that somebody in the White House offered him, quote, a high-ranking job in the executive branch, clearly something of value if he withdrew from his primary race against Senator Specter.
Well, it sounds, from the way you described the statute, it sounds as if either Rahm Emanuel or Jim Messina, who's the deputy chief of staff, if they went up to him and said, look, drop out so that Specter just sails to win in the primary and we'll wind up giving you a federal job, it sounds pretty clear.
That is an event that should be investigated by federal prosecutors. Now, what federal prosecutors? Brian's favorite attorney general would have to, Eric Holder would have to make that decision. This is all incestuous because it's within the administration. The one person that does appear, as I said, to be very honorable and did the right thing, because you're supposed to report a bribe or an attempted bribe, is Congressman Sestak.
But with all due respect, he probably reported it because the Obama administration has made it very clear that they support Arlen Specter, not Joe Sestak. So it was to his benefit, I think, politically to report it. And look what's happening in the polls right now. Ironically, he's like 20 points down.
It is odd that this
seems to make sense.
It's odd that this is hurting him politically, but he did the right thing.
He's a man of honor.
Let me ask you this, because we heard so much about these other deals going on Capitol Hill, the Cornhusker, whatever thing was, the Louisiana Purchase.
Right.
How is that different?
There's two categories of deals. When a state like Nebraska or Louisiana or the 5 counties in Florida gets a deal that they don't have to pay what everybody else pays, that's the government violating the equal protection requirement of the Constitution, whereby all counties and all states are not treated equally. So that's a constitutional violation. But when a human being is offered something of value, like, would your brother like to be a federal judge?
He would.
And if so, would you consider changing your vote on health care? That goes over the line. Or, you want to be Secretary of the Navy? I'm just suggesting that was the office. Congressman Sestak has not revealed who offered this to him or exactly what was offered. Drop out of the race against Senator Specter? That goes too far.
So we'll see if Joe Sestak will be called out and see if he comes clean on this.